Not about that oath. Do you feel weird about it still?
Because if you do, I
No,
don't care.
no, I don't. I feel happy. Yeah, I guess I should have informed Malshin that dog is his favorite boy, but
He'll find out.
I'm sure he will.
Or unless he might be kind of embarrassed that he
Got owned.
Yeah, that's possible. So, but yeah, I guess that'll be it for
He'll
today.
bite me in the ass later, I'm sure.
Hello, everyone. This is Tim. And if you've managed to get through them all, that was my first session that I recorded for my Vampire the Masquerade 2nd Edition game. And as you see, the Werewolf the Apocalypse stuff is starting to creep in a little bit. The idea behind the campaign, as I said in the beginning, was to try to incorporate werewolves and vampires into the same, into the same group and see what would happen. Most of the time, it kind of seemed like the boiling point was about to be reached, and the water was going to overflow out of the pot. Everything was going to go into chaos. But it never quite did, which was really good because it just kept that tension the entire Chronicle as it went through. And if we would have ran longer, it might have boiled over. But while we were running it, it did quite fine. So that was cool. So yeah, this was my first session. I did record another session that has, I believe, more players showed up that time. Sorry for all the clicks. I was taking notes on my computer, and I didn't realize how loud that was going to be on the recording. And another thing that's interesting, too, about listening to yourself after the fact, after you've run a game, is that you see all of your faults. And when you're running a game, you really don't see them because you're just in the moment, you're trying to come up with ideas. There were several times in the recording where I didn't really know the rules as well as I should, which is, always something you should really try to achieve when you're a GM. And when I ran my vampire and werewolf game, I literally just got the basics down. Didn't really read all the setting specific stuff that I should have, and I messed up some things as far as that goes. But I think for the most part, everybody enjoyed themselves. I was also quite jovial when I recorded this. I really didn't. I must have been just in a really good mood that day. I was just laughing all the time. But that means I was enjoying myself too. So that's always important. And I do find when I run games that are more rules light, I tend to have more fun. And the way I ran Vampire and Werewolf was pretty rules light as far as that stuff goes. Another interesting thing I noticed when I was listening to this recording was that I didn't require the players to roll the dice very often. A lot of times I would just let them have the information, or I would, if it made sense, I would just let it happen. In fact, most of the dice rolling, I think, was because the player wanted to roll dice. So I wanted to thank Matt and Gary, because those are the two guys that showed up for this game, and it was very enjoyable. I liked that most of the session was really brought on by the players. He wanted to talk about his nightclub, make a nightclub, and I had no plans for that, and I just rolled with it the entire time and just came up with stuff on the fly that I thought would make the session enjoyable. And I really enjoy when players step up and try to bring their background information into the game, try to act out their character. But generally, I had a good time. Hopefully, this wasn't too boring to watch. I'm picturing some people just deleted these because there's like, holy cow, there's so many in a row. So I don't know. But like I said, I do have another night, another session that I can put up in video format. Hopefully some of the pictures weren't too annoying. I just tried to go on Google and find things that went with what I was talking about at the time. And I tried to pick out NPC pictures and try to put them in whenever I was talking in their voices or they were mentioned. So I'll try to do that in the next session of videos too. But like I said, I only have 2 videos, so this isn't going to be my entire channel. This is just kind of me looking back and realizing how much fun I had running this game. The only thing I really wished back then is that the attendance would have been better. I had, I think, 7 or 8 players, and a lot of times it was only 4 people that would show up, and it was often different people that would show up. Matt was very good on attendance, and Gary was actually pretty good on attendance too, but he missed some. But yeah, that was my vampire game, and I will hopefully post some more in probably the next week about my other session. So, all right, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to everybody later.